Hello, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. I appreciate those of you that shown up already, and I just have to say, I start a 10-minute timer, before my stream because there's a few different discords I go and drop the link for my stream in, and it is like one of the most nerve-wracking things watching that like last minute and a half countdown because you don't want to start it early because you put a time out, but you're sitting here thinking to yourself, "Oh, you please just hurry up so I can get started." But anyway, timer's done. We are here. We are live. This is the Frayed Brush. I'm Big Aaron. Thank you for showing up. Glad you were able to make it. Today we're gonna be working with. Hello, Doomed. How are you today? Today we're gonna be working with a Sanix print. I don't know if any of you have ever looked into him or not, but I've been a part of his Patreon for a little over a year now. It's a really great Patreon. He does some great sculpts. I'll go ahead and drop his link in here. Hopefully this works. Hey, all right. Go check him out. Even if you're not part of his Patreon. So the way his Patreon works is he puts out two figures a month, and it's really great. I know there's some Patreons out there that throw out, you know, tens and tens and tens of prints every month and stuff, but he puts out two. But the cool thing about his is they go from like 1/16 scale to 1/8 scale. So it's not like he doesn't do anything necessarily, tabletop game unless you want to just shrink it down and go with it that way. But I mean, I don't enjoy painting small things that much. So I'll show you what we're going to be working with today. This is his part of his Psylocke from X-Men, part of her figure. Obviously, I'm missing from the waist down and I'm missing the arms because I really just kind of wanted to concentrate on skin tones and hair and stuff today. So this is what we're working on today. But before I get to that, I do want to give a shout out to Table Flip Foundry. I'm a member of their Discord, and Ty, the guy that runs it, is absolutely an amazing person. Let me see if I can get theirs to work. Hopefully, there we go. Okay, he's got some great stuff, and basically, he operates as like a merchant, as far as what I know. He does a professional 3D print supporting, and I got some bust from him, and I think two of these are from Bite the Bullet. I'm not exactly sure where the third one's from, but here is the female tiefling bust that he sells, and it's really some amazing work. I'm really pleased with it. The shipping was great. From the time my order was out his door, it was 2 days to mine. I don't remember exactly what this one's called, but I mean, just some great stuff here. Really pleased with the prints that he does, and he delivers some amazing stuff. Everything came well packaged. And just mind blowing the amount of detail he can get. So kudos to Ty over at Table Flip Foundry. Okay, so let's get to Psylocke here. Normal. I'm printing on my Elegoo Mars 2 Pro. This is the Tech Fast Gray resin. I do have some fast navy gray, but I haven't had a chance to run the cones of calibration or anything with it yet. And speaking of the cones, if you've never used the cones of calibration, they're really great for calibrating your printer. You can also find those over at the Table Flip Foundry website. But using a new resin, haven't had a chance to run the cones through it yet, so haven't busted it out yet. This looks fairly light on camera, but let me grab the big honking tube of Naples orange, and you can see it is primed. I primed it with a mix of the Pro Acryl white primer mixed with the Pro Acryl dark neutral gray to get the lighter gray tone. And as always, in keeping with the tradition of the Linseed Brotherhood, we will be using oil paints today. So we're going to grab our pre-glaze brush, and we're going to be pre-glazing with a couple of different colors here. I'm going to use some burnt umber, so we'll go ahead and get some of that out on the palette. And because Psylocke has like a purple / blue color scheme to her character, so we're going to be using some Terra Rosa for our skin pre-glaze, and then we're going to be using some the dioxazine violet for the hair. Dioxazine violet is really dark. I'm not a big fan of purple, but dioxazine violet's okay. Make sure we got our sponges ready. In case you've never seen the oil process I follow, basically what we're going to do, we're going to get some, this is just odorless mineral spirits. This is our mud, okay? And we'll go ahead and we'll start with the purple. Oh goodness, okay, so we'll go ahead and get that down here. And we're going to thin that out to fairly thin consistency. And I did the best I could with the lights on the palette. It's kind of difficult. I think about the only reflection you can see in the palette right now is the lights that are actually in the ceiling. So not a lot I can do about that. So now we're just going to start plopping this stuff on. All right, if it gets on the skin a little bit, that's okay. This isn't like, I don't view this as, you know, getting your base coats down like with acrylics. Get some in there. And what we're going to do, we're going to cover this thing with these different colors set up for our pre-glaze. And then we're going to take some makeup sponges, wipe off all the extra, and get that nice oil color down in the recesses. So we already got some shadows worked out for us. And then we will start laying our oils down on top of it. Now, for anybody wondering, I still consider myself a noob when it comes to using oils. Used acrylics for a few years, and haven't been using the oils nearly as long as I use the acrylics. So it's all good though. It's all about learning something new, and that's what we're going to do. If you've never tried acrylics, they are a lot of fun. Or I'm sorry, oils. If you've never tried oils, they're a lot of fun. There are things I can do with oils in a matter of minutes that would take me hours with acrylics. It's nice to have a lot faster output without sacrificing quality. It's okay if your colors mix, because we're going to be separating a little bit once we start putting our mixes down. I might have to get some more. I'll get a little bit more purple here. I think there is more mixing with oils. I just don't think there's the color selection of pre-mixed colors out there like there is for acrylics. But there are a number of there is a significant amount of oil colors out there. We're gonna do kind of we mix that purple with our was it burnt sienna? Doom Grand Search says, I wish I could find my oil set, but I have no idea where they are packed away. Yeah, I think it's a little bit easier for me right now because I kind of just started messing with them, so they're kind of front and foremost on my table right now. I think the biggest issue I'm having right now is figuring out how to store them. I like seeing everything that I have kind of like, out there in front of me. So it's a little bit more difficult with the oils. Of course, they're much, the containers are much larger than a bottle of acrylics. Now, just so I can put down a little bit cleaner Terra Rosa on the skin, I am going to go ahead and change brushes here. We'll get some of this Terra Rosa out here. Now, what this Terra Rosa is going to do is it's going to give us a good shadow color. It's not necessarily really dark, but it is good, especially when you start to go wiping it off with the sponges. It looks really good down in the shadows. So now we'll get this put on and if the colors mix, that's fine. It's cool. It's all gravy. And like I said, I don't have the whole body here. It's just got pretty much just made a bust out of it. It's kind of weird the different way the cameras pick up colors, because I know this looks like absolutely crazy on camera, but it's gonna work out, I promise. Hopefully. I ain't gonna promise, just because, well, it'd be bad. All right. So, well, we can get a little bit of. Yeah, it really does. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it looks a lot more orange on the palette and on the camera than it does actually in person on the model. A little bit of that in there. But yeah, it does look extremely orange. So what we're going to be going for like darker hair with kind of like some purple, maybe getting into some pinkish highlights, and we're going to be going for a blue on the top, and then we're going to be going for like kind of normal skin tones on the figure itself. So we're going to start grabbing our sponges here. That's had a couple minutes to set up. Hello, wife. We're just going to start wiping this away. The colors are going to mix a little bit. Like I said, that's okay. And then I'm actually kind of like, I don't really want to break any of this hair. I don't think anything would be bad with it, but I'm not sure. I've never tried to paint hair this fine before, I guess. I think I could have put this on my plinth a little bit better way. And I have found out that with me and oil painting, it is better to just go ahead and get the oil all over my fingers, because that's where it's going to end up anyway. And that way I don't have to worry about it. It's already there. No keeping the hands clean. And I'm done. I think actually my first couple of streams, I'm in the process of working on this really, really large Justice League diorama that Sanix designed, and it's really nice. I'm doing it in I'd say probably 1/10 scale, and it's all 6 members of the Justice League. And I think my first couple of streaming videos stopped copying. You know what, Grim? I'm pretty sure you're not doing Psylocke. And if you are, then we should probably. Oh, I tell you what, I thought you were gonna think that I was stalking you there for a while, because it did seem like our prints were lining up quite a bit. And everyone, welcome Grim to the stream. I've learned a significant amount from Grim, watching his kind of like beginner friendly YouTube videos and watching his streams and things like that. Grim, you can go ahead and throw your links up there, please, so we can get those out there so people can go check them out. So this is probably one of the first times that I've tried to like use multiple colors to pre-glaze with, and it almost seems like it would have been better just using the purple, because like blue tends to do, it kind of hijacked everything. But it's okay. Purple goes in shadows too, so we'll be all right. And I probably could have changed my sponge as well too, because man, it's really tough to get down in some of those areas. Man, I'm scared I'm gonna break that hair. Might have overcured it. All right, well, we're gonna see what we come up with. Now that I got the purple all over my fingers, we can move on. So we're gonna go ahead and take some of our Naples orange and get it out here. And we're gonna go ahead and start getting some of these skin tones down. So now, because our pre-glaze is pretty thin, we thinned it down with the mineral spirits and everything. We're going to be going into the next few colors with pretty much straight from the tube. And I will do my best to try to not get a lot of that purple mixed in, which is exactly what it's doing. We'll just take it a little bit at a time. And the shadows and stuff's not too bad. We'll need our colors down in there anyway. I have found out that it is much better for me to buy some of the colors already prepared, such as the skin tones and stuff, because I'm not good at skin tones, and Naples orange, it's good base color, and the Naples yellow is a good highlight. And I also picked up some blush yesterday that looks like it might be good for shadows. So I can get a lot of this pre-glaze off in the tight to reach areas up here. Had a lot of fun doing the oils. I think there's a lot more learning with the oils than there is acrylics. Maybe not necessarily, well, for me anyway, not necessarily technique, but just learning about the colors. And I get the feeling I'm really going to have to stop using this purple, because even on the prime example of what the purple does. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. We'll see. But the purple seems to kind of take over everything for me. I know this looks fairly blue on screen. I don't know if there's any way to change this to. Let me see if I can change it to actually. Let me see here. I don't even know how to do this. Flicker, advanced. What's advanced? No, we don't want that. What's chroma? No, don't want that either. Okay. Anyway, so this looks really blue, but in real life, it's like purple. It even looks. Some of the parts look at the same purple as the hair on Psylocke still are. So purple, the dioxazine violet has officially become my enemy. So we might just have to start figuring out ways to work around that. And I've also found out with oil paints that I'm not a very clean painter. You know, like Graham, and you know, you get like the James Wapples and stuff out there, and their videos, their colors seem to stay exactly where they want them to go and everything, and that is not the case with me. One of the things I'm still learning how to do is go back and correct mistakes. So like the skin color I'm getting on the hair and stuff like that. Well, Grin, I think I'm beating you in the messy department right now, my friend. You've got some catching up to do. But, you know, they say oils are easy to go back and clean up, easy to fix mistakes, just kind of wipe it away. And in a way, I can kind of see how that is the case. But it is not an art that I have mastered by any stretch of the word. And I also go through a lot. Yeah, but it eventually gets to the point that I think the big thing is the layers. You know, the fat over lean. You know, you can go thin over thick and thick over thin. But as soon as you hit roughly the same consistency with any of the colors, they're still going to mix. But yeah, clean brushes do help. And I definitely go through my fair share of brushes. I think when I was painting the dragon busts by the time I was done, I think I had used like, I don't know, 25 brushes on it or something. Something really crazy. And that's why I'm always wiping my brushes on the mat here, and always using my rag to wipe them off. Get all that extra paint out there that's not intended to be there. But it's a lot of, with acrylics, I used to be into, I guess I kind of still am, but I used to enter all kinds of painting contests and stuff like that with acrylics. And it got kind of tedious, feeling like every time I sat down to paint, I was having to do a piece for competition. And you know what? I made up my mind. The wife got me a bunch of oils, and I made up my mind that I was just gonna paint. And it has been amazing not having to worry about getting something ready for a competition or making everything perfect when I sat down to paint. And it's just been great. I've been sitting down, breaking out the oils, painting, having a good time, making mistakes, learning. And it has really switching to oils has really brought some enjoyment of the hobby back to me. That is for sure. If anyone has any social media links, if you got a YouTube channel, if you've got a Twitch, if you've got an Instagram, anything like that is centered around painting, please feel free to drop the links in. Please keep it clean and miniature / figure / scale modeling centered. Hope everybody's been having a good weekend. Mine's been going good so far. Well, I guess it's going good enough. It's almost over. Back to the grindstone tomorrow. Hey Grim, if you're still there, I have an idea for your next YouTube video for your beginner series. You don't even have to give me props for the idea. Fixing mistakes. Like for me, my color's running all over into everything else that I don't want them on. What's the easiest way for me to go back and fix this skin tone being in this hair without just mixing it in with everything else? Okay, then how do we fix happy accidents? How about that? What if I'm not so happy with my accident? All right, Grim, we're gonna try it. I have a box of sponges right here. Good call, Grim. However, you could have turned that into a whole video. Although the brush probably would have been better than the sponge. My sponges get kind of out of control. Well, and you know what? That's a prime example of the thick over thin and thin over thick. They didn't mix. It wiped off. You know another thing that's crazy about the difference between like oils and acrylics? It's like with acrylics, I would get so aggravated when, something wouldn't work out the way I wanted it to as far as the paint goes. And it's like with with oils, it's like, okay. Oil paints are so much more relaxing to use than acrylics, in my opinion. And for anybody out there that streams, did y'all have any issue coming up with like what you wanted your streaming schedule to be? That seems to be whipping my backside right now. Because I don't necessarily want to stream every day, but I do want to paint a lot. I can't figure out which days that I want to stream. Yeah, same thing. It's like I don't know. It's kind of one of those things. It's like, I think I'll paint today. Let's start the stream, and then it's like no warning, nothing. Yeah, that's kind of the way I am. I had said Sundays, then I decided not Sundays. Then I went to Tuesdays, and stuff came up, and I streamed during the week, and it's like whatever, just whatever. I don't really have to worry about basing it around work. I mean, I have a solid work schedule, so that does not change. That's probably what I should do. Just not even have a schedule. I don't have a schedule posted on Twitch right now. I don't think. If I do, don't go by it. You heard it here first. The Frayed Brush stream schedule is jacked. Do. Tell you what, Grim, probably would. I'd be one of those Twitch streamers that, whenever you logged in, if it was in the middle of the night, you'd like see me sleeping and stuff. You can actually get the okay from Twitch to run streams while you're sleeping and everything. It's kind of crazy. Not that I looked into it, but options there. Yeah, you're gonna be right. She definitely would not. She would not like that. I don't think she. Well, now, yeah, she would mind me. I was gonna say I don't think she'd mind me doing it. As long as she wasn't having to be on it with me. But yeah, she would. She would totally mind that. My wife supports me in every way possible. She is an amazing woman, and God broke the mold when He made her, but I'm sure she has a line. I can't get that blue tone out of the. I don't know. Maybe it looks different to me. Can y'all see that like purple tone in the skin? I don't know why it looks so different from what I'm seeing through the streaming software to the Twitch channel. That's crazy. All right, let's move on. Move on. All right, so let's see here. You know what? We're going to get some blue down here on this top. Actually, we're going to go back through and clean this up a little bit. Fresh brush. Oops, sorry. We're going to get some of this skin tone off the. With the clothes here. It's kind of weird with acrylics and oils. Like, you know, I had really good brush control with acrylics, but it's like with the oils, you have to, like, for me anyway, I almost had to kind of learn brush control over again because of the consistency of the paint. It's kind of weird. All right, so let's see what blues we got. I got these cool little containers to hold my oil paints in, so they weren't scattered necessarily all over the desk. I want a brighter blue than that. All right. Oh, wow, I guess the Van Gogh is really the only blues I've got. So let's go blue from Van Gogh. Williamsburg. We'll try the Williamsburg. Here we go. I got this Williamsburg kind of the starter set. No, I got the Williamsburg starter set. But the Van Gogh, I looked at their starter set and I didn't necessarily. All right, see you later, Doomed. But I didn't necessarily like the little tubes that Williamsburg had, so then I went and got the Van Gogh starter set. But what I did was I got the same colors in the starter set in the 37 mil tubes. Alright, so comes some blue. I like that blue. It's crazy how much the blue and the purple look to match, because they don't. They're two very distinct colors. And it's also kind of cool too how if you choose just a few of the right colors, kind of like right off the bat, it really helps you out in the process. Because I mean, just the purple hair, the skin tone, and the blue outfit, pretty much already kind of like right on. Pretty awesome. How everything just kind of comes together. Oops. Let's get that blue cleaned up. That's good for the most part. Come back and clean that up a little bit later. Oh. And then I'm gonna get a little bit smaller brush here. No, I'm not yet. All right, so it's thick. Let's see if we can start putting some highlights down here. Some of the skin. So we're gonna grab a good old Naples yellow. It's a gambling 1980 range. And this is where the magic starts to happen. Okay. Actually, we'll leave that sitting out there for a second. I'll touch just a little bit of this. A little bit of our mineral spirits in here. One thing you don't ever want to do is when it gets to the point you're blending your colors, don't ever put your blending brush in mineral spirits. Alright, got that smoothed out a little bit. Get this. This is the part I'm still trying to learn. Getting the colors next to each other. Alright, so we got Naples yellow out here. We know there's gonna be a little bit of highlight on this highlight on this shoulder. plop that down. Then we're going to take a brush for blending. Just kind of tap that down. I don't know. A little bit more. Seems like that 1980 is awfully oily. That's weird. My other gambling paints don't have that much oil in them. Not when you put them out. Maybe it's the 1980. I don't know. Maybe it's the color. It's interesting. Very interesting. Still have a lot of blue in there. Skin tone up here. I think also with the oils too, learning them, I think your view gets kind of construed because of well, I lost my. Where'd it go? I think your view gets kind of construed because the oils stay wet so long. But so I know for me, it could be with the way my lights are and such. Sometimes you kind of have to deal with the reflections of everything. Now she's got purple lips, so. Get those down. Doesn't look too bad. I'm going to take one of my filberts here and try to. I got too much paint on here, maybe. Well, it seems to have just blended a little bit. So, not what I was going for. Sometimes you can just kind of take a brush and kind of go back over where you're painted, and it kind of cleans it up a little bit. Not too terribly bad. And if any of you all out there are looking for a good community to kind of grow with and get better, let me go ahead and throw this up there. This is a great Discord community. Learned so much. This is where Grimm hangs out. This is where James Walpole hangs out. And some other really great painters out there. It's a really, really amazing place. Lassiter Homestead. Great. Yeah, yeah. No more secret headquarters now. Lassiter Homestead, thank you for the follow. Oh, so thick. Crazy. All right. So, let's see what we mess up now. All right, so we're gonna take we're gonna take a good chunk of this blue. Touch of the white. Light it up just a little bit. That's almost not workable. A little bit in there. Mix it up. And see if we can get some highlights. Oh, that's not much lighter at all. I guess just a little bit. There you go. Green Fairy Studios, thank you for joining us. Yes, Linseed Brotherhood for life. Once was blind, but now I see. Is everybody ready to get back to the grindstone tomorrow? I am not. Yeah. I feel you, Dennis. Never. Ever, ever, ever. You know what? That's kind of interesting. I'm gonna try something. We're gonna go with like a really, really, really bright highlight. We're gonna do some experimenting. All right, yeah. That's not too bad. Using the Naples orange for a highlight color. That turned out pretty good. I kind of like that. Let's do it again. Green Fair Studio says, there you go. That's one of the things I had to adjust to with oils too, going much bigger jumps in value for highlights. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's like the first time I've ever made a jump that big, and I'm pretty Very pleased with it, actually. Used to much more progressive layers in acrylic. Yeah. It's like, some of the things in acrylics, I would go like, 8 to 12 layers. And it's just, you don't have to. It's crazy. Yeah, I like that much better. Much, much better. Hashtag no layers. Yes. Yep. James is correct. It's pretty amazing. I've never jumped that high on any of my. And now I see this could have been the error in some of my ways. Every print I've done, literally up until this minute, every time I've sat down to paint, I've tried to do the layers, and well, it never worked. Learning something new. I like it. Oh. Another example of how much time is saved with oil paints. Because if any of you have experience with acrylic paints, then you already know how many layers that transition from that base to that highlight would have been insane. Yeah. Another thing, first time I tried such a big jump like that, and first time I ever tried to highlight a blue with flesh tone. Worked out great. Like it. It's keeper. It's keeper. Learning new things. It's funny how, you can hear all kinds of stuff. No, I haven't. I haven't mixed any more of those pigments. Actually, in the middle of mixing those pigments, my my Cobra Metallics showed up. So that is a reason I haven't mixed any of the pigments anymore. I decided to cheat and do the pre-mates. Have you experimented with yours yet? You know what? I just thought of something. I wonder how many people feel left out. I wonder, how do I do this? Let's do this. Let's see if we can make this work. Ooh, okay. Well, we'll have to figure that out later. I forgot my biggest hurdle with streaming is I take my videos and put them over to Twitch after I've streamed, or from Twitch to YouTube, and I keep forgetting to include my chat window on my stream because the chat window stays with Twitch, but it does not go over when you export your video to YouTube. So pretty much anybody that watches this video on YouTube just sees me here talking to myself and answering questions that they can't see. So Green Fair Studio said they did. I got one of the log dough mixed up fairly well. Also got a huge sample pack of all kinds of crazy colors from Color Tech. Mixed up a bright red fluorescent that I got A little too soon, but still works pretty well. Oh yeah, that's the one you posted in Discord, right? Yeah, that was pretty awesome. I haven't uh I haven't looked into the necessarily the milling. Just I mean, I did the kind of half-assed one on stream, but I never. That's as far as it went. That's pretty awesome though. Yeah, you, Grim and Unexpected, all three of y'all are kind of doing the molar with the pigments, right? Tabito Lito, thank you for the follow. Stilla two. We're going about yeah. It looks like y'all are kind of onto something though. It looks like everybody's having varying degrees of success with it, that's awesome. It's good. I'm still waiting to get my sample pack of the Grim Crappy Painter oils though. I heard somewhere it was gonna be a good set. I'm just waiting to find out. Oh, corned beef. Grim, that sounds pretty good, man. Oh, you are gonna get one of the stand mixers? That's all you talking about in Discord, talking about pricing them and stuff. Nice. Right? Yeah. I expect to see many, many pictures in Discord. For those of you all that not a 3-row, what are the KitchenAid mixers? Oh, okay, okay. Still, I mean, still. It's pretty awesome. And here I was thinking I had done good because I had actually gotten a proper spatula after trying to mix linseed oil and pigments with like a stick. So Green First Studio says right, so you'll still be milling / molding by hand for a bit, but you can do much bigger amounts more easily. Definitely share how that goes. Yeah, that is going to be pretty interesting. That's going to be kind of cool. I'll be looking forward to seeing pictures about that. That's good. A little bit more. Graham, what are you gonna have with your corned beef this evening? Cabbage. The wife and I are taking. It's an alphabetical list of every country in the world, and once a week we cook a dish from a different country. And this past week, Friday night, we did Argentina, and it was empanadas with grilled vegetables, and we had some chimichurri, and it was pretty amazing. It was really really good. Very pleased with the way it came out. Yeah, yeah, sauerkraut's good. Well, I say sauerkraut's good. Um, there's actually only one sauerkraut I've ever enjoyed, and that's when the wife fixes it. Even in when I was stationed in Germany, I didn't eat that much sauerkraut. Plenty of brats, plenty of pommes frites, but didn't partake in the um, sauerkraut too much. I do miss the big cone of fries with the little fork. That was always kind of fun. Okay. We're going to start hitting this hair a little bit. So, we kind of want to do purplish, pinkish highlights. So, I think to start out, what we're going to do to kind of start get our initial ones, I think we're going to take some of this dioxazine violet and lighten it up with some white. So let's grab a brush here. Let's get some of the violet and a touch of the white. A little more touch of the white. Okay, a little more touch of the white. Goodness. A little more. That worked in there a little bit. And then let's take it across those edges. Yeah, that's gonna look good. Do our pseudo oil paint dry brush. Also, this will show us everywhere we did not get the pre-glaze. Oops, got it on the skin. It's all right. Looking too bad. Not quite sure how to recover from the skin, so now I'm just doing everything I can to avoid it. So today was skin and hair, so here we are. Hair. Alright, doesn't crazy with the skin tone. Yeah, I could have done a lot better job cleaning up this model, but I just didn't. Not quite sure what happened there. I thought I'd done a pretty good job on it, but I guess not. Okay. Now, I need some pink. You know what? I really need. Where's my other white at? I have found that there are certain whites I like much better than others. Ooh, that might be a good one to try. The quinacridone magenta. And here is our Winsor & Newton titanium white. Get some of this put down. I like that white much better. And earlier we were talking about big jumps, so we're going to go for one now. Here's our quinacridone magenta. So we're going to go ahead and mix this up a pinkish color. Okay. So here's a little bit of our quinacridone magenta, and here's some white. Oh yeah, I like that. Excuse me. Get that worked in, and here we go. Oop, and you can't see any of it. There we go. Now this is kind of going to be the highest highlight. So this is going up top there. Getting overtaken. Some there. Some right here. And wipe it off again. Kind of like the way it's looking. Well, where did grab this? We got a little bit of the purple on there. Kind of like that. we might punch it up a little bit more though. I think we can go brighter with it and then use our cool blending brush. So let's go ahead and really pump it up there. It's a little bit unworkable, so we'll get just a little touch of odorless mineral spirits in there. Excuse me. We don't want it to be too wet. This is like a dry brush, but we do want it to stand out a little bit more. And as you can see, you know, we're sitting here putting this down, and you can see how that purple from the maybe. Hey, what's up, Ty? Sounds good, man. Thanks for showing up. Again, everyone, Table Flip Foundry. Yeah, me too. Me too. Go ahead and be sure and check them out. He sends out some great prints, great Discord, very helpful. There hasn't been a question that I've just been able to shoot him that hasn't got an answer. You are very welcome. So again, like our purple starting to mess up the brush, so clean it out. Get some more of that magenta white mix and finish hitting these spots. I think it is good we punch that up a little bit. It does not take long for the brush to get overtaken from colors mixing though. Man, I'm not used to using a different streaming software today, using OBS, and still trying to kind of get used to where things are located. And for those of you that didn't catch the beginning, this is a sculpt from Sanix over at Sanix3D.com. He does some great stuff. I've been his patron for quite a while, and this is one full figures 1/16. This is just the upper part though. I actually printed the arms and everything. I was going to do those, but as you can see, by the time they go on here, they hang down below the top of my plinth. So I was like, who needs arms anyway? So now I'm gonna take a little brush. We're gonna kind of blend these in a little bit better. looking too bad. I like the way it's looking. Not too worried about the back. I'm really working on the back today. Alright, so let's find a way to get in here and get this skin cleaned up. Can't avoid it for forever. Excuse me. Purple really does take over the whole thing, doesn't it? There we go. We're going to try to get this skin straightened out. We got about over half an hour left. Let's see what we can do with it. Throat's dry. Goodness. Alright, so we'll start getting into some of these shadows. Where did... I'll try with the blush. It's a little darker. Not quite sure how much darker it'll make it, but let's darken it up some. Some more blush out here. It's not bad. Okay, we're going to need more than that for shadows, but we can use this blush to kind of get in there with in the face with that purple, because I think it might do a little bit better than that light Naples orange. Just plop some of that down in there. See how it looks. Good. Green Fair Studios. I'm gonna poke around the paint table and see what mixing some more something. Have a great stream. Hey, Green Fair Studios. Good luck with the paint mixing, and thank you for stopping in. Greatly appreciated. We're gonna see if we can wipe some of this away. All right, not too bad. Not too bad so far. That skin though, goodness. Only a couple of real problem areas other than just getting in everywhere. It's like right here, that blue just keeps wanting to take over. I think it could be an issue of me working the area too much. Maybe. That looks cleaner. Alright, so the blush I don't think is going to be dark enough to make a difference in those shadows. So what we can do is we'll try it on this arm over here. I'm gonna get some of this. What was this? Some of this burnt umber. Get it down the side there and see if we can get that mixed in for the shadows. Go under the arm here, and the armpit. That looks like it's mixing pretty good. Put it right there. And then we will get in here with the blending brush. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better for shadows. Mix a bit of ultramarine and magenta to make a light purple. Use that for your shadows. Plop, work it in with the blending brush. Alright, let's do it. We're trying it. Ultramarine. Here's our ultramarine. Here's our magenta. And we'll try it over here. Apparently there's a delay. I didn't see the very light application until it was too late. Okay, it's alright. There we go. It's recoverable. We're good. Well, nice. I like it. It works. Looks good. Looks better than the brown. Alright. Very nice. I wonder. Let's do this. Oh, right there. Here it is. We do it on this side. Hello. Yeah, I like that a lot better than the brown. Much mo better. Try to get under your chin here. Alright. Now, let's blend that out. Maybe take that back in there a little bit because her hair does cover up quite a bit. Yep, I like that. Man, this is really out of whack here. Let's see. I don't know if it's like, I don't know. It's good enough for grabbing my work. Here we go. Grim, it seems like my Naples yellow from the Gambling, the 1980 series, has like a lot of oil in it. Do you use Naples yellow that often, or have you noticed that with that? A hit or miss on brands with the oil happens. Okay. I actually have the, is it the richest one? I don't remember. I got another one on the way. I think in the next month or so I might pick up the oh crap, I just lost the word. It's a set of 6 or 7 of them. It's the one you used on the Skeletor. Not Brights. It's Brights? Not Brights. What are they called? I lost the word. Radiance. Yes, correct. Yes, thank you. Radiance. Bella Savalas, thank you for the follow. Very much. Nice wordplay on that name as well. Kudos. Well, thank you for being here. It's not looking too bad. I kind of want to get those eyes popped out a little bit. Ooh, acrylic move right there. Just licked the brush. Apparently all of the acrylic is not out of my system. Word of advice, if you're a brush licker, you won't be once you start messing with oils. your secret is safe here, for sure. You know, I do think eyes are much easier with acrylics than oils. It'll take a lot to change my mind on that one. It would almost be worth letting this dry, varnishing it, and then going back with acrylics to do the eyes. You know, Grim, you do bring up a valid point. Valid point. It's like I don't know how many people. Well, I guess that's true. Carry on down the good. It's kind of funny because I live in Oklahoma, and in Oklahoma there is a certain fish called the paddlefish, and apparently we're gonna get some conspiracy theories going here. So hang on to your seats. Um, Apparently the caviar from the paddlefish is like black market level stuff. And I am a firm believer that back in the city wife and I used to live in until we moved about a year and a half ago, I'm a firm believer that the Russian mafia was running the paddlefish caviar black market out of an Italian restaurant. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think my theory's almost been proven though, so we'll see what happens. So if you're ever in Oklahoma, watch out for the Russians and the caviar. That's kind of awesome. Yeah. The thing that got me started on it was on one of my deployments. I decided to pick up speaking Russian, and didn't go too far with it, but got it far enough. And wife and I were in that Italian restaurant one time. Stable of Hughes, nice, very nice. Looking forward to it. The wife and I were in this Italian restaurant, and the people back in the kitchen started speaking Russian, and you know, spidey sense kind of tingled, and I was like, "Well, that's odd." And then got to doing some research and finding out that the paddlefish is like controlled caviar and no need to yell. Really? My voice might have trailed off a little bit while I was talking. Is anybody else having a problem hearing me? We won't hold that against them. Okay. Yeah. If you think there's an issue with the stream, please feel free to throw something out there. And if it's on my end, I will definitely do what I can to figure it out. One good eye that you share with your brother. All right, we've got to figure out something with this skin. So, Graham, that's one of those don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to, huh? Goodness. Apparently, I'm hungry. My stomach is letting me know. Yes, this is Psylocke. This is a print from, well, not a print from. The sculptor is Sanix from Sanix3D. Let's see. I get the. That's the website to the sculptor. I've been a part of his Patreon for quite a while now. This isn't the full figure. This is printed at the 1/16th scale. So it's full figure, cool little base and everything. He does some great stuff. He's got some cool Patreon perks as well. Once you've been part of his Patreon for 6 months, you get 50% off website prices. And then once you've been a member of his Patreon for 12 consecutive months, you get 100% off of the web store. It's pretty amazing. He's got some really, really, really cool stuff. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that might be about all for today. Made some good progress, learned some good stuff. Oh yeah, it's a great incentive. Yeah, I actually hit a year earlier this month, and I went to the website and downloaded absolutely every single thing. I want to say it was about probably close to 200 full-size models, and he does them anywhere from 1/16th to 1/8 scale. You usually get the files for all three sizes. He puts out 2 models a month on his Patreon, and then from the Patreon, they go on to the web store. But thanks everybody for showing up today. I appreciate it. It's a good conversation. Good way to kill some time. Learn some good stuff with the oils. You could go ahead and link it, Grim. Go ahead. We'll see how many people we can get to send you money. But we will do our traditional raid. Let's see who's on. Mohawk Miniatures is on. So we will be raiding Mohawk Miniatures. Everybody be sure to go check out Grim's Patreon. Again, thank you everyone for showing up. It was a great time. And I'll be sure and send out the notifications when I go to stream again. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and we will see you all again soon. Please hang around to go see Mohawk Miniatures.